Have you ever touched your phone and wondered, why is this thing so hot? Your Android or iPhone isn't broken, but the science behind it might surprise you. Your phone heats up every day, but most people don't know why. Today, we're breaking down the science behind phone overheating, why Androids and iPhones get hot while using them or charging, and how to fix it before it becomes a real problem. Now, let's dive in.
You know that feeling, right? You pull your phone out of your pocket and, whoa, it feels less like a high-tech device and more like a pocket-sized space heater. It's a little alarming. So what is actually going on in there? And more importantly, is it something you should be worried about? Let's get into it.
It's a feeling that definitely gets your attention. You start wondering, is my phone about to, just give up on me? Well, the good news is, it's usually not that dire. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on why your phone gets hot and give you a complete step-by-step guide to handle it like a pro.
Okay, so rule number 1, and this is the most important one: don't panic. A warm phone is often just a sign that it's working hard. The real trick is knowing the difference between normal, everyday warmth and dangerous overheating, and knowing exactly what to do the second it crosses that line.
Now, rule number 2, and I can't stress this enough. Your first instinct might be to cool it down fast, but putting your hot phone in the fridge or freezer is just about the worst thing you can possibly do. That sudden extreme temperature change creates condensation. We're talking water droplets on the inside of your phone. And, well, water plus electronics, that equals a very expensive, very dead phone. So please, just step away from the refrigerator.
So if you can't freeze it, what should you do? If your phone feels like it's about to melt, here are 3 things to do immediately. First, get it out of the heat. Obvious, maybe, but if it's in direct sunlight, move it, now. Second, take its case off. Think of the case as a little winter coat. It's great for protection, but it traps a ton of heat. Taking it off lets your phone breathe. And third, flip on airplane mode. This is a great trick because it instantly shuts down all the power-hungry radios like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and your cellular connection, which takes a huge load off the phone's processor.
All right, the immediate crisis is over. Your phone is chilling out. Now we can actually get to the root of the problem. Because to stop this from happening again, we first have to understand why it happens in the first place. So here's our game plan for today. We've already covered the emergency cooldown. Next, we'll dive into the science of a hot phone. Then we'll build your overheating toolkit, talk about how to stop heat before it even starts, and finish up with a long-term health check for your device. Let's go. Okay, first thing you have to wrap your head around is this. Your smartphone isn't really a phone. It's a tiny, ridiculously powerful computer that just happens to make calls. You've got processors, memory, a battery, all crammed into this super slim, sealed-up case. And just like the computer on your desk, when it works hard, it makes heat. The real challenge is where that heat is supposed to go. At the very heart of your phone is the CPU, the Central Processing Unit. It's literally the brain of the operation. And every single thing it does, every tap, every swipe, every video you watch, it all requires electricity. It's just a basic law of physics that when you use energy to do work, some of that energy is lost as heat. So the more you ask your phone to do, like playing a crazy 3D game, the harder that little brain has to work and the hotter it's gonna get. Now think about your laptop. When it starts working hard, you hear the fans kick on, right? That's called active cooling. It's actively pushing hot air out through vents. Your phone doesn't have any of that. It's completely sealed. It uses something called passive cooling, which basically means it tries to spread the heat across the entire frame and back of the phone, hoping it just radiates out into the air. This design is what keeps our phones so thin and quiet, but it's also what makes them so easy to overheat.
So what are the things that push that passive cooling system past its breaking point? Well, the causes really fall into 3 main buckets. You've got internal factors, like an overworked processor or an old tired battery. Then you have software issues, like way too many apps running at once or even malware. And finally, there are the external factors, the obvious stuff like leaving your phone in a hot car. So let's break down how to fix these.
All right, now that we know the why, let's get into the how. It's time to build your toolkit. This section is all about practical, real-world solutions for the most common reasons your phone is getting hot.
Okay, let's kick things off with one of the biggest, sneakiest culprits of all, app overload. You might think that when you swipe away from an app, it just shuts down, but nope. A lot of them keep running in the background, checking your location, refreshing your social media feeds, waiting for notifications. All of that little activity adds up to a constant, low-level drain on your phone's brain and its battery.
So, your very first line of defense is just some basic digital housekeeping. First, make it a habit to actually close the apps you aren't using.
Don't just let dozens of them sit open in the background. Second, turn down your screen brightness. Your phone's display is one of the single biggest power hogs. And third, if you're not using them, turn off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS. Your phone is constantly searching for signals, and that constant searching uses power and, you guessed it, generates heat.
Oh, this is a big one. It's totally normal for your phone to get a little warm when it's charging. I mean, you're pumping electricity into a battery. That process is naturally going to generate some heat. But, and this is a big but, if your phone gets uncomfortably hot to the touch while it's plugged in, that's a huge red flag that something isn't quite right.
So here's a quick checklist for safer charging. Number 1, whenever possible, use the official charger and cable that came in the box, or at least a certified high-quality one. Those cheap gas station chargers can be really sketchy. Second, give your cable and charging port a quick look for any damage. Third, if the phone does get really hot, just unplug it for a while, let it cool down. And finally, please never charge your phone on your bed or under a pillow. Those soft surfaces or insulators, they trap all the heat and could become a serious fire hazard. A hard, cool surface, like a desk or a nightstand, is what you want.
Now, let's talk about something a little more sinister. Sometimes the heat isn't because of what you're doing, but because of what someone else is making your phone do without you even knowing it. Certain types of malware, especially cryptojacking software, can secretly hijack your phone's processor to mine cryptocurrency. This basically maxes out your CPU, forcing it to run at 100% for hours on end, which generates a ton of heat and absolutely torches your battery life. If you think malware might be the problem, especially if the heat comes with terrible performance and your battery draining like crazy, you gotta act fast. First, download and run a scan with a well-known security app. Second, scroll through all your installed apps. See anything you don't recognize or that you downloaded from some sketchy website? Delete it. And if all else fails, the nuclear option is a factory reset, which will completely wipe your phone. Just be absolutely certain you've backed up all your photos, contacts, and everything else first.
Okay, we've talked a lot about fixing the problem, but you know what's even better? Preventing it from ever happening. The best strategy is always prevention. Think of it like a little wellness routine for your phone. A few simple, proactive habits that will keep it running cool, extend its battery life, and just generally make it happier.
First things first, you gotta know the sweet spot. Most smartphones are designed to operate happily in a temperature range between about 0 and 35 degrees Celsius. That's 32 to 95 Fahrenheit. If your phone is consistently running hotter than that, especially when it's just sitting there, that's a clear sign you need to change something.
Let's start with charging smarter. A lot of new phones have features called things like battery protection or optimized charging. Go into your settings and turn those on. They learn your habits and stop the phone from sitting at 100% all night long, which is actually really stressful for the battery. And like we said before, always charge on a hard surface where heat has a way to escape.
Next up, let's talk digital hygiene. Keep your phone's operating system and your apps updated. Developers are always releasing updates that fix bugs and improve efficiency, and a buggy app can get stuck in a loop that just cooks your processor. And every once in a while, maybe once a month, just scroll through and delete the apps you never use. It's like decluttering your phone's brain.
You'd be amazed at how many little things you can tweak in your phone settings to reduce its workload. Turn on auto brightness, so your screen isn't blazing at full power all the time. Dig into your connection settings and turn off things like nearby device scanning, which is always looking for other devices. And limit your notifications. Every single buzz and screen wake up uses a little bit of power, and over a full day, that really adds up.
So, at the end of the day, why does any of this really matter? Because letting your phone overheat all the time isn't just a minor annoyance. It has serious, permanent consequences for your phone's health and how long it's going to last.
Simply put, heat is the #1 enemy of your phone's battery. Every time it gets too hot, it permanently damages the battery's chemistry, reducing its ability to hold a charge. That's why your battery life gets worse over time. Constant heat can also cause your phone to permanently slow itself down to protect its internal parts. And in a true worst-case scenario, it can literally melt the delicate connections inside the phone.
Now, the good news is your phone isn't totally helpless. It has built-in safety features designed to stop it from completely destroying itself. But you should think of these safety features less as a solution and more as a final, desperate warning sign that you're pushing your phone way too hard.
These warnings come in stages. First, your phone might try to save itself by slowing down, dimming the screen, or even pausing charging. If things get worse, you'll get an actual on-screen warning message telling you the phone needs to cool down. And the final, last-ditch effort is an emergency shutdown.
If you are ever seeing these warnings, it is a massive signal that you need to change how you're using your phone.
Ultimately, it really all comes down to this one simple question. Is your phone a tool that's working for you, or is it a device that's just constantly working overtime, struggling to keep up? By understanding what causes it to heat up, and by building just a few of these simple, cool-headed habits, you can make sure your phone stays healthy, reliable, and safe to use for years to come.